Hi, I'm Valley from Greenwood Solutions. Today's presentation is on solar for business. So you've contemplated a solar system for your business and you're not sure which direction to go, or you don't actually know what that process is. So effectively what happens is that you've got a fair idea of what your business is consuming electricity-wise. You've looked at your electricity bill, of course, and you've been able to probably ascertain what the average daily load is. In other words, what am I using on average per day? And this is usually at the back of the bill. Additional information on the bill would obviously be the service charge, which is a fixed charge, to provide electricity to your place of business, and the demand charge aspect as well. So what is the process from there? You've said, okay, well, I've got a fairly big bill. What do I need to do? So a renewable energy company may approach you, or you approach them, and the first thing they're going to ask is, well, can we have a look at the bills, at least for the last 12 months? And from those bills, they can ascertain roughly what size system to put in. Now, after looking at the customer's average daily load and their roof profile or ground area, they design a basic system. And this is presented as a preliminary costing. Now, if the commercial customer expresses an interest after the preliminary proposal, then the next step is taken. And this involves the collection of more site-specific information, and also requires an in-depth analysis of all the factors. Obviously we have to get it right. Now we need the site's interval data. And we ask the customer to sign an authority to act document, which is the easiest way. This document then allows us to make a direct request to the customer's retailer to obtain all the interval data. After receiving the data, we load data into a solar design tool. We then look at our original design and see how it looks from a financial point of view. Then we look at different options and come up with the most appropriate design. Now, you have to remember there are several constraints. The size of the roof is an important one, or the available amount of land if it's a ground mount system. How much electricity is being consumed, how much it costs, and really importantly, when it is being consumed. A site visit is required, and this visit allows us to collect all the specific site details. For example, location of the main switchboard, existing cable specifics, site access and logistics. Then we put the formal proposal together and we present that to you, the business owner, and it has all the information that's required, what equipment is being used, what the payback period is, what the return on investment, obviously the price, and if there's an STC component, if the system is under 100 kilowatts. If all is good, then the customer accepts the proposal. Yeehaw! Sorry about that. A deposit is asked for and received, and if finance is involved, this process also starts. Then we're on to the next step. Now, the renewable energy company makes an application to the particular electricity distributor, not the retailer, but the distributor. The proposed system is going to be connected to their grid, so they have to do their due diligence. If the system abides by all the applicable standards, they have to accept it, or they better accept it. No, they have to. But they have to make sure all things have been ticked off. The grid application involves the renewable energy company submitting a large range of documentation. CAD drawings of the site and the panels, voltage rise calculations, etc. A whole host of information concerning the site and system specifics. After a thorough assessment, the electricity distributor says yes. Then the process of organising the installation starts, and the project management timeline is determined. So obviously organisation is a big thing from the perspective of the renewable energy company. Materials, personnel, who's going to be on site, site drawings, which is really important. So in other words, the panel layout, we don't make it up on the fly as we go along. This is all predetermined with slight variations if we come across some things that we didn't account for, which invariably can happen on some of the larger jobs. So you have to be pretty agile. And then the site works start. Milestone reports are produced. Works are completed, system is commissioned, final payment is made. Any renewable energy company worth its salt realises that you cannot disrupt a business's business in any way, shape or form. As part of the process of connecting to the network, the system does have to be shut down. The site does have to be shut down for a short time, and invariably this is done at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and many of the guys do complain about that, but this is how it goes. So you've got a group of guys shutting down on these big sites to make that connection. But we're really aware that we cannot interrupt a normal business's ability to trade, and any renewable energy company who is reputable understands this and makes allowances. Hence getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning and getting to the site at 3 o'clock to shut the system down for that short period that's required to make that final connection to the network. This is an actual case study of a nursery that we completed recently. The nursery had an average daily load of over 600 kilowatt hours a day. The roof only allowed a maximum of 100 kilowatts of panels. What direction and tilt to install the panels were all questions asked during the design phase. So when we looked at this particular scenario, if we faced 100 kilowatts of panels north at 20 degrees, the payback period was 5.1 years. If we did the same system size-wise at 10 degrees, payback was 5.2 years. If it was east facing, the payback was 5.4 years at 10 degrees roof pitch. At west facing, at 10 degrees, it was 5.7 years. So you can see straight away that the inclination of the panels relates to the payback period in this particular case. Any renewable energy company worth its salt realises that the business owner has a range of options on which he can draw upon, whether he invests his money in additional machinery, hiring additional staff, spending more on marketing, or going down the road of commercial solar. We understand that a commercial solar system, the adoption of a commercial solar system, is based on financial principles. There are some environmental credentials that you can trade on as well, but first and foremost, it is a finance decision based on money. Yes, can experience from 10 to 15% reduction in HVAC expenses depending on where the solar panels are installed. Apart from occasional cleaning of the panels, we recommend a complete system check every year. We recommend monitoring so as to optimise output through analysis. Yes, unless the export of excessive solar negates the fixed cost of the service charge. Not usually for roof mount, but for ground mount systems, this maybe is a possibility. Yes, finance is available via customers' bank or specialised solar lenders/brokers. Depends on the size of the system, but usually around 2 or more weeks for a commercial system. No, all reputable renewable energy companies are aware that disruptions to a customer's business operations is not a desirable outcome, and therefore this is minimised or eliminated completely. Decreased running costs, reduction in HVAC costs, increased asset value of the business, environmental credentials from a marketing point of view. This is a possibility, requires conversations with finance specialists and depends on site specifics. Not a problem. Commercial solar systems are designed to minimise investment payback periods and directly address site load profiles. East-west panel configurations can be the best options. Around 30 years with the panels, inverters usually guaranteed for 10 years. A bidirectional meter is installed, shows any excess solar going out to the grid, and this is credited to your account. Yes, outside of daylight hours, unless energy storage is also incorporated. No, unless energy storage is also part of the system design. Thanks so much for watching this presentation on commercial solar for business, the process. If you have any inquiries, any questions, any answers, please feel free to drop us a line. And if you like this video, hit the subscription button. Thanks very much. See ya.